You are now listening to The Crypto Files, and if you're new to the channel, hit the like, subscribe, and the notification button. I was taking a look at my YouTube analytics and it says that 94% of all viewers are not subscribed. So if you find yourself coming back to the channel, don't be shy and hit the subscribe button. For the 94 subscribers who have subscribed to the channel, I want to say a huge thank you. I really appreciate it. Any of my content is not to be taken as financial advice. So don't go trading your crypto or any of your NFTs based on my content. It's only for entertainment purposes. For today, we're actually going to be covering the one and only Clover Finance. I recently made a video on Clover Finance and how I was participating in their parachain crowd lending auctions, and I have my fingers crossed and I hope that they actually win a slot. It's a very ambitious project, and I think we're going to see more similar projects in the future that share a lot of the features that Clover Finance is trying to achieve. I think the future is not going to be so much one blockchain winning and to govern them all, but a lot of blockchains working together, and that is exactly what Clover Finance is trying to achieve. If we look at their page, we quickly see that they say it's a foundational layer for cross-chain compatibility, and that's exactly what it is. So how are you going to be interacting with Clover Finance? And the easiest way is none other than their wallet. You can tell that this is their main focal point for individuals to get familiar with Clover Finance because it's the first product that's shown to you on their website as you scroll down. Now, what's so special about this wallet? I've covered in the past the Phantom wallet, and I've recently been wanting to make a video on MetaMask, but I haven't gotten around it. But this wallet is very special because it's a multi-chain wallet. It comes in 3 flavors: extension, web, and mobile, meaning you can install it on your phone, you can install it as an extension just like you would MetaMask and Phantom, or you can open up a web page and it'll just display as a any other site that you would go and visit on the internet. I thought that was super cool because they're just looking for ways to gain adoption. And let's take a look at it. So I've gone ahead and installed it. It's an extension and it installs just like Phantom, and you'll see it's on the upper right hand corner of the screen. I'll click on it and the user interface looks very familiar. It's not that different from other wallets, but they jam-packed it with a ton of information. Obviously, you have your portfolio balance and the account at the top. I only have one account at the moment, but you can create as many as you would like. It also shows the supported networks, which at the moment is 12, and then 12 assets. Now, this is pretty cool. I like that they have prices on here. Not because I can't go to a website when I'm on my computer, but I think if you're on a mobile phone, it's going to be very practical and convenient to be able to check the market from the same app. So instead of closing down the wallet, going to a website or another application, you can just click on see all and it shows you the prices for the assets that are supported. So let's take a look. Polkadot is supported, Solana is supported, Kusama, Ethereum, Sakura, Polygon. So a wide variety of tokens are supported, and this is super cool. This is where the strength comes in. You can see the price, and ultimately these are your assets, so you'll be able to see your balance here. This tab here will display the balance, and if you want to add an additional token, just click at the bottom, add token, and then if you can't find the token you want to add in this list of tokens, just like you would on any other wallet, you would click on add custom tokens. So I wanted to put it to the test. What if I wanted to add Floki? Well, let's take a look at Floki. This is on CoinMarketCap. This is an Ethereum based token. So I'm going to go ahead and just copy the contract ID, and let's go ahead and do that. Let's go back to our wallet. And that's the only downside I found to this wallet. If I am going to add a custom token, and let's say I click out of the wallet, the next time I click into the wallet, I'm presented with the main screen rather than where I left off. So, you know, there's some room for improvement, but let's go ahead and add this custom token. This is on the Ethereum mainnet, so it's on the Ethereum network. And let's paste that contract address. And we see that it recognizes it as Floki. So let's continue and add token. Have 0 Flokies, but you can see the graph is loaded, and now Floki's at the bottom. Very, very cool. It's a multi-chain wallet, so let's add a Solana coin. I've gone ahead and selected. I haven't selected anything, have I? Yes, I have. So Samo, let's go ahead and add Samo. Let's copy the address or the contract address, and I'm going crazy here. Let's go to the bottom, add token, add custom token at the top, and let's change the network to Solana. Pasted the contract address, and let's give it the name. Now, I did notice with certain coins, it won't recognize them. You saw with Floki, it auto-filled the name, the token symbol, and the decimal of precision. With Samo, it didn't. So I'm going to go ahead and manually input this information. So the token symbol is going to be Samo, and I believe the decimals of precision is 9. Let's go ahead and click continue, and boom, there it is. Samo's recognized. There's a balance of 0, and we're going to go ahead and add the token. So very, very cool. I have just added 2 tokens that are not on the same blockchain. And now I can transfer Floki and Samo into one place. And that's where the advantage is with this wallet. If you're somebody who's collecting a lot of coins and you want them in one wallet, you can do that. You can't do that with Phantom. You can't store Floki on Phantom. And you also can't store, let's say, Samo on the MetaMask wallet. So this is very cool. And not only with tokens, but best of all with NFTs. I think it's pretty cool. So if I'm an NFT collector and I want to store them all in just one wallet instead of having 3 or 4 wallets, that is possible with the Clover Finance wallet. If I go to Solana Art, you can see, I'm going to go ahead and be shopping and select the wallet. Instead of selecting Phantom, I'm going to go ahead and select, obviously, Clover. We see that it communicates with the actual extension. Click next, and now I'm connected. That's it. I'm actually connected with Clover, and I can go ahead and purchase a Cat Punk. These are super cool, actually. I was thinking of buying this one. I think it's sold, actually. Yeah, it's sold. There was one that was right under 2 Solanas that I wanted to buy. But let's say I wanted to buy this one. Let's go ahead and click on buy, and you can see that it's communicating with the wallet. There's not enough Sol. Sad face. So it's very, very cool. This works right out of the box, and it's able to work with different chains. And that's the advantage. And that's how they're introducing this to the end user with the wallet, number 1. So NFT support, internal swap, cross-chain multi-assets. That's very, very cool. And you can see the bullet points that they've gone ahead and created to give you an idea of what makes their ecosystem different. We've already talked about number 1. We've already talked about number 2. Obviously, popular blockchains are going to be supported. We're talking about Ethereum, Polkadot, Solana, and whatnot. And the cross-chain compatibility is very, very important. So they're talking about EVM-based assets can be cross-chain transferred to the Clover chain and vice versa. And if you don't know what EVM means, it's an Ethereum virtual machine. A lot of the nodes that run on the Ethereum network are able to execute bytecode that was written in Solidity for the smart contracts. And so that is all readable through the EVM. It's a virtual machine that reads all the smart contract bytecode. And so what this tells you is, even though you might have this wallet and it's hosted on the Polkadot ecosystem, it's compatible with the EVM based assets. So that, what would happen if you have a dApp that runs on, a smart contract that was programmed with Solidity on the Ethereum network, that is supported. That is huge. And it's very, very cool because you are going to be just using one ecosystem. And in a way, the wallet is a product of that ecosystem. You can see the active dApp networks here, and you can see that they're all supported. These are the active EVM networks. So you have Ethereum, BSC, Polygon, Phantom. So anything that runs on these networks is supported by the wallet. And that would include any dApp that is created by a developer that was intended to run on any of these networks. Very, very cool. Not only that, but probably the developers would get a bigger audience if people adopt the Clover wallet. You also have the App Store for decentralized finance. In the same way that dApps are supported throughout different multi-chains, so is the DeFi experience. We do have the parachain auction. I did cover that in an earlier video, which was very cool. Ultimately, this highlights what benefits come from the ecosystem. Gas fee redistribution is very interesting. It says that Clover is incentivizing dApp builders by automatically sharing a percentage of the transaction fees. So this is gonna, attract individual developers to build more dApps on the actual Clover ecosystem, and ultimately that ecosystem or that parachain will be on the Polkadot parachain, meaning if there are other blockchains or parachains that are in that ecosystem, which is the parent of the parent ecosystem, which is Polkadot, then Clover's ecosystem will be able to communicate with those as well. Very cool. Gasless end user experience. I have to look into this. I haven't looked into it. I'm wondering if it's truly gasless. But ultimately, what can you do with the Clover token? And we see a lot of the value that comes from the token with how it's used. Obviously, you can stake the token. You can actually pay gas fees in Clover rather than Ethereum. So you have that option as you interact with dApps and you swap coins on this blockchain. And that is very valuable. That's exactly how Ethereum works, right? So you're able to pay for gas fees in Ethereum, as Ethereum is the native token as well, and what runs the actual network. Same thing with Clover. Also, governance. You lock up your Clover to elect council members and guide the development through on-chain governance. There's nomination, so you can stake your Clover to nominate your own node validator using a single-click deployment. I still have to look into that, but that reminds me of what you can do with Solana. You can go ahead and stake your Solana to nominate a node validator. And I think Solana was saying in 3 easy clicks, so they're getting close there. Ultimately, everything is pretty much being advertised for the end user with the wallet, but the biggest objective of the Clover system or the ecosystem is to have developers build on their ecosystem. So building dApps on Clover is the main mission that Clover Finance is looking for. They have a ton of documentation for developers to start building on this blockchain and the benefits of doing so. And there's a ton of information. I'm going to put it in the description because it's way too much and it's a little bit more on the technical side. So if you're not a developer, you might not be interested, but this is what's going to make the ecosystem really important. You can integrate the Clover wallet and you can build dApps on the Clover blockchain. And that is really what's going to make this thing fly. Obviously, the native token is important for some of the things that are listed here with deployment. You can use Clover to deploy your smart contracts on dApps and Clover, exactly like Ethereum does, but the ecosystem is the key. The same way that we saw Ethereum take off with NFTs and dApps and decentralized exchanges, that needs to happen with Clover. So adoption will come with developers, and as they build those dApps, and major adoption comes through those dApps or NFTs, and the ability to swap assets and swap tokens through different blockchains, that's going to be the main driver for this token. So there's a lot ahead, and first they need to win their parachain auction. There's also needs to be adoption from developers, but it's very exciting because I see the future shaping up just like it would. Here's their partners who they're backed by. And ultimately, I think the future is not going to be just one chain that wins, but all chains working together. So they're ahead of the game in my books. I'm very excited to see what happens with them. And I want to see what they post on their blog as they get updates and what we see from developers. I'm a developer myself, so I'm going to start digging through some of this documentation and seeing what I can build, small projects, and I'll keep you guys updated. This is the first look. I thought I'd just touch base with Clover. If you liked the video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I hope you all stay safe. Until next time.